Yup. Okay, that tracks. Oh, Kira, what a time to raid. Oh, Kyo, you came into a cluster. I think everything's functioning now. I had literally just started the final stage that I need for Tour de Zwift Ultimate Challenge. The cat decided it wanted to jump on the computer and crash the entire computer. So I think we're back. You fixed it with your raid, totally. So yeah, welcome. So I also don't have Bluetooth, so you will not have heart rate monitor. I have no steering. Yeah, it's great. It's great. I love cats. Nix is now banned from the downstairs for the moment. Because I'm upset with him. I saw it coming. I should have fixed it, but I didn't. Yeah, especially when we have so much here. Let's see if this camera works. Yeah, there you go. All of this. So, yeah. Hopefully you had a good ride. I just want to finish the stupid last stage. It's the shortest stage, and I want to finish it so I can be done with this. And I see that we get Big Spin next week, so. And I started as we started, so I would have been right near the front. Not that I'm planning on racing it, but I at least wanted to start in the front so I could decide where I ended up. There we go. Okay, halfway through the group. That's fine. No, Peter. No. Not all stages in one day. No. That sounds like a Freya thing, from what I've heard. Oh. I mean, Zone 2 alone is horrible. So, yeah. Oh, they just quit. So I'd actually planned on doing this whole stage, too. But no. Just take that opportunity away from me. Hey, Holly, how's it going? Welcome to the consistent tech problems caused by Cat. I'm so upset. Yeah, so this is the last stage that I have to do for the Ultimate Challenge in Tour de Zwift. And literally, I know what it is. It's the stupid Jarvis KOM. Don't remind me. The stage had literally just started. We had rolled maybe 5 meters. And our little 7-month-old cat decided to take his Velcro to the top of the PC tower and crash the entire system. So now I also don't have Bluetooth. Thankfully, my kicker is Direct Connect. So I at least have all of my trainer stuff. That means my steering is useless. My headphones were useless. My heart rate is useless. It's not one thing, it's another. Literally, all I need to do is just finish this one stage. Thankfully, it's not a race, because I might have just walked off. I've had that happen once before. I was trying to steer. I can't steer. All right, you know what? Because it's going to bug me, and I'm going to try to do it consistently. You go over there. You go over there. I'm going to try to steer if I have them. I know. I'm so habit trained around steering. I keep trying to steer, even though they're not here anymore. I'm ruined. I can't. Like, it's weird. I'm so accustomed to riding with the steering. Oh, this is weird. Punk cat. Okay, I did make a video about how you can pay to win steering. So I can't even refute those claims anymore. Man, there's so much room for my hands now. You always forget how much the steering column takes up from your handlebar. And I have to use regular controls for power-ups. But yeah, steering in rare circumstances probably could be pay to win. I like them for the convenience. Don't get me wrong, steering's nice though. But power-ups, ride-ons, navigating all the menus, it's nice. It almost makes this desk setup that I have useless. Almost. I'm like gripping on my handlebars for dear life so I don't try to shift. I started the stream like that. It is weird how much muscle memory it is. No bath salts. It's my third day of riding in a row. I'm toasty. I rode 6A and B way too hard. Have a good one, Keo. I appreciate it. Possibly Wednesday bath salts. We'll see. No promises, though. I'm pretty cooked. Don't know yet. Like I said, it's all speculative. Let's be honest. You creep my signups all the time anyways. You always know when I'm racing before I know I'm racing. Yeah, hopefully the Bluetooth fix should literally just be turning it on and turning it back off. Turning it off, turn it back on. Yeah, see, I don't use it for virtual shifting. I don't have that. I wish. That's terrifying, bath salts. I hate it. Especially with this week's course. This week's course will kill me if I do it. Which is why I'm iffy. But yeah, honestly, I've really gotten accustomed to steering. I do find it's helpful. Like, yesterday, I did Stage 6B. And it's very, very helpful when you want to rotate turns, but be very explicit about when you're done. Because I had two people that were not, like, super good at taking turns. And so I would take my turn and then just hard steer off to the side. So they have no choice. So the system would auto steer to try to bring them over, but by the time they got over, they were already side by side. So yeah, if you make it over, you'll win. If. Loop-de-loop is tough. There is so little recovery on that course. It is definitely a brutal course. Because you have the S's. And then you come around and you decline. You go back to the S's. And it's like, oh god. Because the S's are not recovery. And the backside of that little loop that brings you around kicks too. So it's just, there is no place to sit and just relax. It looks so much easier than it is in practice. See, this is where I want to steer. Because you just keep getting shoved out. Granted, whatever pack dynamics they're running right now, when you're steering, it's brutal. Because like this, where the Canadian next to me is just pushing me out, is happening constantly. There'll just be like somebody that comes in on your inside and just like, and they'll just slowly push you out of the draft. And with a new barrier they put in place on the shoulder, you can't fix it. I got dragged out of the draft so many times. And then... Exactly, because the barrier won't let you steer. Like this. See this? He's just gonna hold me on the edge. But it's so much worse with steering because it's like, oh, you can steer back in, and it's like, I can't. Have a good one, Beth Salts. Because they implemented that barrier that doesn't let you steer through people. Which, I get the logic, but implement that once the coding's actually working. And it was insane. I think it was stage 6A. We were riding along, and it's like there was crosswinds. Everybody got guttered. And the pack split in like 4 groups just by guttering. Because everybody got shoved over to the side of the road, kind of like it's trying to do right now. But we were also riding more or less on a flat, slightly downhill at like 35 plus kilometers an hour. And it just guttered everybody. I'm like, what the heck is happening? It did not want us to be grouped. And the group just shattered, and then the pack reformed into like 3 or 4 groups. It's like, okay. It was very weird pack behavior. So I hope this isn't final iteration, because it's bad. Between random guttering and people guttering you, it's just frustrating. I'd be more okay with it if they took away the thing that stopped you from shoving into the pack. Because it's not... The draft isn't good enough for that to be a thing right now. You get shoved out too much where you want to fix it, you can't. Gonna make sure I'm actually on the Zwift window now, because I can't use my Zwift plays. It's a good reminder of why I have Zwift plays, is watching what the auto steering does. It's not as good as what you can do on your own. It's better than it used to be, but... My goal is I just want to draft. I want somebody ahead of me at all times. Make my life slightly easier. Oh yeah, I forgot, during all the technical difficulties, my computer pushed through an update too. That's what broke the rest, most likely. Probably what broke Bluetooth and the mic first. Because updates for Windows almost always break the mic. Because OBS and Windows updates don't agree for some reason. This is kind of the group I would want to be with anyways, so that's good. I wasn't planning on, like, pushing 100% on this. I did that for 6A and B. I am at a very low recovery score today because of that. So today was more of intended to be like a celebration ride, but little Nyx had a different idea. They're both black fluff balls, so they were all camping at the backside, trying to decide what they wanted to do before stream started. All three animals were conspiring. It's like we've got 2.5 voids. Casper, Nyx are voids, and Turner's a half void. He likes to think he is, except he just doesn't realize he's not. Thankfully, Nyx got the hint and hasn't come back down. Sometimes he can't control his kitten instincts. He's a little menace. I did not expect our group to split. Weird. And somebody is sprinting off the front for no apparent reason? Okay. Weird. So they sprinted and then stopped. Okay. Weird. I'm confused. Sorry, I can't give out ride-ons. Blame my cat. Thankfully, this is a fairly easy route. And nobody in Zwift ever asks you to pull through on a group ride. Not that I would give Anderson a turn after he kind of sprinted away from us for no reason. It's just so bizarre. It's like people on group rides are desperate to break up groups. As Anderson goes for some odd watts a kilo. You go right ahead. Oh, this bugs me when I can't steer into draft. Okay. What have you done? Did you kill your computer too? I'm not fixing computers tonight. For Penguin to break hers, though, makes sense. Penguin is a walking static charge. Thankfully, the KOM is near the end of this route. I hate this stupid KOM. Got this little kicker. Probably goes out to the volcano? Will be my guess. And then the stupid climb on Jarvis. Which I'm not excited for. I hate that stupid climb. Good, Anderson went along and jumped up the road so he can stop making a mess of our group. I hate when people do that. They just consistently do things that break up a group. It's like, if you want to go, just go. You don't need to be a thorn in the group side. We'll see how this group takes the KOM, and I'll decide what I do from there. Not like I missed much. I hit almost all the climbing. So it's not like I tried to skip out on things. When I was riding with a group yesterday, I skipped about 30 minutes of it. So I'm like, I'm not going to sprint. That feels wrong. I'll work with you and not just sit on, but I'm not going to sprint at the end because that feels dirty. Basically, if I late join, I try not to ruin the dynamics. Just feels the late thing to do. Especially if you're more towards the front. Like, if I spawn in a group 1 or 2, I'm not going to do anything, I'll just sit on. Because that definitely is not where I should change anything. Turner, you're on Nick's duty. You are permitted to herd. Yeah, this is going exactly where I thought it was. Basically, far enough through the volcano loop to just kind of send us out the back. AKA will, like, touch the volcano loop. If I'm not mistaken. I don't think we will do much. I can see the hill. You're at 19.5k, you're basically done. Duh, of course it's a strong group. Yeah, that's what I thought. Basically just touch the circuit. Group behind us is closing. This happens when the person that's been splitting your groups decides to lay off. I didn't realize more had rolled off the front. So. Would be nice to get a feather here, though. Let's see. Go figure. Tina, thank you. That's my punishment. That's a good enough push for me. Oh. There we go. Let's see how stupid this thing looks. Wow. So this is the normal one. And this is the ultimate. You do 18 stages for that. Wow. That is, not really worth it. Thanks, Hina. I mean, I'm proud of doing the 18 stages, but the kit just is really not really anything to write home about. It's literally just a color swap of the original kit. Happy it's done. I am curious if they'll publish stats of how many people decided to do the ultimate. It'd be nice to know. How many people were stupid enough to do it? Me included, of course. At least I don't have to think about it anymore. That's all that matters. Now we've got the big spin thing starting next week. So we'll see what's involved in that. It's bizarre how late they announced it. Like, it seems like it's supposed to start on the 24th. Well, is it buttons? Jersey's not worth it, is it? Wow, they gave Bernie a long leash. It was 80 meters before that popped up. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I didn't think I was going to do it at first, But once I did all 3 stages of stage 1, I'm like, oh well. Might as well keep doing them and see what happens. And it's like, you get halfway through and you're like, wow. I did this much. Stage 4 sucked, though. I will give you a ride on. It's terrifying. Now I'm just gonna chill. I really did go too hard on stage 6A and B. That much is for certain. Why? I don't know. Why do I do half the things I do? Bernie? Here's distance markers all over the place. Wow. It's pretty quick. And then you've got them going even faster. Okay. Are either of you going to take it? Oh, no. Healy got second. So, that's impressive. By a full second slower. That's rough. That's a pretty significant margin with how fast they were going. Why is the ride on now highlighted? I'm not used to not having my buttons to do these things, so. Gotta figure out what I'm gonna do on Wednesday now. Say 50% chance I race. Only 50. I'm not gonna put it higher than that. Entirely depends on how I feel on Wednesday, too. Somebody's trying to go pee in a bush. It's tough trying to be responsible with your legs. Try to at least give my legs some recovery, though. They haven't had that in a while. Hey, look, it's somebody without the cool kit. I'm sorry, I wouldn't wear the base kit. I don't know. It's not the strongest design they've ever come up with. It's really difficult when you're just trying to be responsible in Zone 1 too, and find something to do with yourself. Brain just constantly wanders. This is making up for the fact that I didn't go as easy as I should have gone in that stage. Blame tech issues. I feel like I've been over this section, of course, so many times lately. I think this is like the 4th time in the past 3 days. Actually, 5th. Because yesterday's stage does this twice. You go out and back. So yeah, every stage does this at least once. Stage 2 does it twice. Or stage B does it twice. And now we're going back over it. So I've done this stretch 5 times. In just the past 3 days. Okay, so you can't really say stage 6's stage were super unique. A little bit of the same. I still don't know why the ride-ons are now highlighted in the sidebar after it gave one person one. My only assumption is that if I click now, it'll automatically give them, but I don't know. And I don't feel like reaching over and clicking every time. I'm lazy. I feel like I know this section of road very well from the races that have covered this and ended at the next sprint. This is like 1,500 plus meters out from the finish, I think. And I think it finishes on like a 200-300 meter drag up, if I remember right. It would always catch people out. They'd always attack there and then realize that they'd get stuck on the drag when everybody started sprinting. Limo! Oh, welcome, welcome. I am doing nothing interesting. How you doing, villager? How you doing, Limo? I'm just kind of rewarding myself by doing nothing after finishing the ultimate challenge. How you doing, Buckies? And also frustrated because my cat shocked my system. And now I don't have Bluetooth. Oh no. Kudos to you for only doing Zone 1 while you're sick, though. I know a lot of people really struggle to not do more than that. Me included. I'm finally stopped trying to shift. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What about that? Definitely. Okay. I'm very convinced. Yeah, no. Ultimate is all 18 stages. But also, how you doing, Cheerio? How is everybody doing? Yeah, and if you want to know what you get, literally all you get is the jersey that I'm wearing. It's nothing to write home about. Oh, that's right. It's like 1,500 meters from that spot. That's concerning. Why do I know these useless things? It's so, like, I don't know. It almost feels like an insult, but at least they gave us something. So, I can't complain too much. But still, it's almost more of a poke in the eye. Yay! That makes me happy, Etched. I like hearing that. Hopefully it's still remotely up to date. I haven't checked it in a long time. But I figure it's a good starting point. Yeah, you're not wrong. For that, stage 4 sucked, but it has been fun doing all of them. It gives me something to do. I probably would have done all of them anyways. Maybe not stage 4. Stage 4, I might have skipped Lorraine. The only reason I did Lorraine is because I was already too far into the Ultimate Challenge. So... normally I would keep that away with a 10-foot pole, but... didn't really have a choice. Except for... I went to hit the buttons on the Swift place. I mean, I don't blame you, Etched. The good thing is we have Big Spin next week. So we should have some fun, stupid things to do. I hope we get the big wheel. Because that thing is always fun. Descending ridiculously large climbs on the big wheel is... yeah. Zwift put out that it looks like Big Spin is back. So, as if you haven't done enough now. Oh, you did Lorraine this morning? God help you. The only way I did it, and I will not be ashamed at all, is I definitely late joined as late as humanly possible. Yeah, it looks like February 24th. Oh, that's tough, Etched. Definitely tread carefully. Hey, Smith. Yeah, no, it's... I late joined almost all of stage 4. No shame. There is no shame in that. If it exists, do it. It is a thing you can do for a reason. Why would I do that? I didn't do any coffee stops, for the record. I didn't do those. And sometimes the reason I did late joins was just because I didn't have enough time to do everything that I needed to do. Because I do like racing once a week at least. So I would try to get the stages in Monday, Wednesday, and then race Saturday, usually. But how you geek? This feels quite nice after going so hard 3 days. Just kind of chilling. But, I mean, like, Lorraine, it really didn't save me much by late joining. Lucher only saved me half a climb, so it didn't save me that much. So, a lot of times they just save me distance more than any actual, like, true gain. Because if it should have helped on anything, it would have been stage 4. But the key is there's such a lead-in before you actually start Bond 2 that it doesn't really... I already finished the last stage. I just finished it like 15, 20 minutes ago. So I am proudly just spinning around in the Ultimate jersey. I'm just kind of relaxing now. The last 3 days I went really hard on all the stages for no good reason, so... I'm kind of just letting my legs do what they want now. But yeah, I might have been more into doing more of the stages if I wasn't, like, if the beginning wasn't while I was still kind of recovering my power. I'm better now, but the first week or two was definitely... I had recently gotten over being sick. So I really didn't have the endurance or legs under me at that point. Better now, but... Yeah, for anybody that's interested, the jersey that I have on now is what you get for finished in the Ultimate Challenge. Literally, it's just an inverse color palette of the normal jersey. So, if you're not close to doing it, don't. Yeah, there's a couple of events. Big Spin is next week. I think Zwift Games is coming up soon, maybe March, April. There's always Tour of Utopia. And then they'll sometimes put out other stuff throughout the year. Tour de Zwift, Tour of Utopia are usually the big ones. So, those are the two major ones. And then some companies will sponsor some events every now and again, if they have something to release. Virtual Tour de France, there might be something for. Really depends. It's not always a consistent one. Sometimes they'll just do like a climb portal or something, which isn't as interesting. But we haven't had as many of the like company-sponsored ones lately, like when Specialized did theirs. That was fun. I do enjoy when that comes in. Everything seems to just bundle under ZR, or Zwift Racing now. Which is kind of unfortunate. Like, Shimano would have had something, but instead they just bundled it into Z Racing. So we'll see what Big Spin, English hard, what that has in store for us. Trying to remember last year how many stages. Well, I think it was 4 stages. And every stage had a gimmick, I think, wasn't it? I think that was it. trying to remember. It's been about a year or so. I do remember it was fun. I mean, every group ride can be semi-competitive if you make it that way. Big Spin, they kind of try to neutralize it a little bit. Like, there'll be a section, if I remember right, if it was Big Spin. I want to say Big Spin was where, like, you hit a segment and you turned into a dinosaur or something. And then you got rewards for finishing every stage. But I could be combining two. I just remember there was rewards. And it made everybody want to late join every event. Because on certain stages, you could late join and be like 300 meters from the finish and get a spin. So everybody was trying to figure out. And I think even Llama and Rainmaker were in on it. How much could you late join? When could you late join? Could you late join and not have to pedal at all? It was kind of amusing to see everybody try to figure out what the best stage was for it and how much you could late join by. But it will mean every field is pretty big, but you'll also get a ton of late joiners. So if late joiners bug you, avoid Big Spin. Because there will be people that try to push through a stage as fast as humanly possible, and then late join the same stage they just finished. I think there was one stage I was able to do it like 3 times because the stage was short enough and I was in the front. Granted, maybe they'll fix the bug that allowed that last time where it kept late joining you right at the finish line. I mean, I would expect them to not give it out so easy. Hey, Orin, yes, Big Spins next week. Yeah, I'm not surprised. That would be something that you would do. I could see Orin just sitting there going again and again and again. If I remember right, I missed one jersey, which I do hope they refresh the prizes. If they don't, that will definitely make it less enjoyable if it's the same stuff. Like, oh, you didn't get it last year, now you can get it again. That would be unfortunate. I would hope that they have new stuff. Because, yeah, I think it was 4 stages. There was a jersey for each stage, a hat for each stage, and then an overall jersey? I think. If I remember right. What's up, pup? See, now... Well, no, I guess I wanted a feather, so... I was gonna say, now I get the power-ups I wanted, but I didn't. Because during the ride, I wanted a feather. And I got an arrow. So much Zone 1. I never see that so much gray. It's wonderful. Maybe I'll actually wake up with a good recovery score tomorrow. Probably not. It's wishful thinking. It is funny, the more I ride hard, typically after a certain period, all of a sudden my recovery score just starts going green. My body doesn't know what to do. It's like, fine, you want your green score? Take your green score. Just go away. I would love if we could eventually unlock the big wheel through something like Big Spin. But I doubt they'll let us. Because everybody would probably switch to it, and it would ruin every capture they have of Zwift. Every ride would look too cartoonish. So they probably won't. I would imagine, like, in a marketing sense, it would probably be tough. Everybody would have fun with it, but marketing would take a hit. Especially when their competition right now is the more realistic platform. So, unless they want to go full cartoon, in which case maybe that'll work. But I'm sure where Worlds is coming up and all that, they can't afford to. They need to make sure that they're still competing on a level that is relevant. So I doubt we'll get it. As happy as it would make people. See, I would love if they had, like, a course where you could do that kind of stuff. Like, it doesn't have to be the main game. It could just be a beta test place where you just get to go have fun. Now, I would worry, like, or I would wonder how much they would have to worry about, like, where does the copyright infringement line come in? Because I'm sure that's part of it, too. That's not a company you ever really want to mess with. They're very, very protective of their copyright. So it might just be that they don't want to find out where that line is and don't want to deal with it. Because Zwift is big enough that it would toe that line where somebody would be like, hey, if not done correctly. So it's probably just not worth it to them. But everybody wishes for it. Like a joke power-up of, you know, a banana or something. But I don't think we'll ever see it. Sadly. Even as an April Fool's thing, I just don't think they will, because then people would want it to stay. That's why I'm sure April Fool's stuff has kind of died down. Because people always wanted them. And so it's that tough thing of you promo something, but you're not going to keep it permanently. So it almost burns you. It's the tough line. Healy just wants all the jerseys. They've got 3 already. I wonder if this is number 4. No. Where did they end up? Unless I'm missing, like, what was at the end of their name. There's no way that they're that far below first. No? Unless they're number 2 and it's just not scrolling. They've got to be number 2 and it's just not scrolling. It's the only thing I can think of because they were going far too fast to be out the top 10. All right. Let's see how that looked at the end. How the turns tabled. Things might have changed. All right, I'm gonna head off. I should be back on Wednesday. I do not know what my plan will be on Wednesday, but I should be back Wednesday. Unless I'm forgetting something, and I don't think I am. So we'll see. But yeah, I will figure out what I'm doing based on how I feel that day. I'm not gonna say right now that I'm racing or anything, because I don't know. So yeah, I'll try to do what I always do and have a placeholder up as soon as I know what I'm gonna do. It's kind of always what I try to do. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and send you on a raid if you're interested. Stick around. If you're not, go ahead and hop out, and hopefully I see you Wednesday. Hopefully you enjoyed the very mixed bag, half of going and half of taking it easy. And I will see you next time. Bye.